Hello and welcome to Graceful Connections, presented by Academy for the Soul. I'm your host, Sophie Bidard, and the co-creator of Graceful Connections, together with Christel Hughes, founder of Academy for the Soul, the online school for intuitive arts. Today, I'm delighted to welcome you for a special Sacred Infinite Soul Light Equinox Energy Activation with Nora WalksInSpirit and the Infinite Masters. Yes, happy Equinox, everyone. We're delighted and blessed to be celebrating with Nora and the Infinite Masters and with you. Thank you for being with us and bringing your unique vibration, colors, and energetic imprint, without which something would be missing. Thank you for answering yes to the calling of grace and the calling of the equinox energies to be received and activated within you. So let's begin. I invite you to relax and take a few deep breaths. Breathing out all that does not belong to this moment. Let's bring all of your attention and your presence here and now. We set our intention that our time together, all that is shared in words and beyond the words, all the energies that we call in and flow serve our highest good, our evolution, and be of service to the highest good of all. I invite you to open your heart or open it even more and be ready to receive. And to open your mind or open it even more and be ready to receive. Activating your connection to the new Earth crystalline grid and your connection to galactic center, the center of truth. You are held, both grounded and suspended. You are safe, relaxed, and ready and open to receive. Now I'm calling the orb of grace from the heart of the universe and placing the orb of grace around our group, our gathering, each and every one of us. That we be held in the orb of grace and infused with grace all along our time together. Let's take a moment to adjust to the purity and the subtle high frequency of grace, allowing it to gracefully dissolve, realign, harmonize, amplify, magnify all that needs to be so, in purest alignment with divine will and the divine order of grace. And breathe. Beautiful. Now within the orb of grace, I'm delighted to welcome our amazing expert speaker, infinite light transmitter and universal shaman, Nora WalksInSpirit. It is such a blessing to have you with us today, Nora. Welcome.
Thank you so much, and welcome everyone that's here with me and with you, Sophie. It's always a pleasure getting together and working with you, that's for sure. I enjoy this. It's always so peaceful when that orb of grace comes in. It's just so beautiful. Thank you for that intro.
Oh, you're very welcome. Well, and yes, we love gathering with you, Nora, in the Orb of Grace every time. It is such a special experience, and I'm sure that today is going to be very special. Our time together is dedicated to the celebration and activation of sacred infinite soul light equinox energy with the infinite masters. And everyone, Nora is also going to offer intuitive readings, which are actually mini healings, activations. It's a whole combination of readings, healings, activations. So to request your reading, press *2 on the phone or click raise hand on the web to come on the line with Nora. Or you can place your request in the Q&A box on the web and ask, what's preventing me from receiving the equinox shifting light energies? And there will be a special announcement at the end of the call, so make sure to stay with us all along, all the way. For now, let's take a deep dive into the equinox energies of today. We can't wait really for the Infinite Masters to reveal what they're all about. And I'd like to begin with asking you, Nora, the burning question, yes. What do the Infinite Masters have to share about this March 2025 equinox? What is their equinox message?
Yeah, thank you. I'm just going to bring in the higher consciousness that brings in these light energies for me, because we're walking in these light-minded bodies more and more each day, and it's this window. We are in a very powerful. We are walking in through a portal of time, in that we have stepped into the doorway on the lunar eclipse on March 14th. It began opening and awakening our mindset of a higher clarity and a new beginning of a new season of our life journey. This opening on the 14th of the lunar eclipse moves us in preparation for this equinox, where we are moving into the physical realm of who we are, knowing now that we are transforming, and also into a spiritual realm, since on this equinox, the veil becomes very, very thin on top of this planet. And this powerful transformation from March 14th to equinox, then we have 2 or 3 days of the equinox energies moving and shifting our bodies into a higher alignment, into higher wisdom, to higher awareness of the light encoded frequencies of who we are, all preparing us for the solar eclipse on March 29th. A further spiritual awakening, because on lunar eclipse to equinox and equinox today, we are letting go more of those old timelines. So this is a transformation with the eclipse being in between, the equinox being in between 2 eclipses. And so this equinox is here to embrace us into this shift of our consciousness by these accelerations of these eclipsing energies that's moving us into our divine soul light bodies more than we realize. You have become sensitive to the energies of these accelerating light particles that is arriving on the eclipses and equinox, for this entire month. And you will be taking these powerful moments today to release any limitations, any barriers that is holding you back from filling and fueling your body into the light during equinox of the higher energies. And so we are moving into the alignment between these two eclipses. And so it's a very powerful time, even after this eclipse, that you're still riding this transformational wave right up until the end of the month. So we're in for a whole new cycle of consciousness. And I'm going to shift that frequency inside of you by building more of this alchemy light body frequency inside you.
Okay, yeah, wow.
It's a
That
very
certainly
powerful.
resonates. It is very powerful, and I get shivers up and down my whole body. So it feels very, it feels very, ah, what is the right word? Even more, besides powerful, very all-encompassing, I guess. You know, because the sensations, they are not localized in a specific area of my body. They're like the whole body, and it gives me an indication of it is all-encompassing.
That's right. And your wording of all-encompassing is that the physical body of what we have shifting is also in alignment with the spiritual body that is tapping in and awakening inside of us into the higher realms. And everything is accelerating around us of this planetary consciousness world and this higher universal consciousness. And so there is this, it's just so, it's transformational, but I'm trying to explain where you have this moment in time where right in the middle of these two they show them to me like arcs or arches, and the first arch, you're walking through this great big arc, I guess you would say, that's the lunar eclipse, and you're moving inside of this arc, inside this essence of this very, very high accelerating light that we're so sensitive to right now, and an awareness now, moving into an eclipse of an equinox energies. And so now we're in the equinox energies that's going to be bathing us for 3 or 4 days and accelerating us last night, the night before, and ongoing until we walk up into the next arc, which is the solar eclipse on March 29th, which is going to take us, wane over into the 4th month, which is a very powerful month of resurrection of the Easter frequencies. So you just see how the cycle of the realms is bathing Mother Earth, and her physical body and all her kingdoms and elements are also transforming. So it's huge what is amplifying.
Yeah, as you were talking, I realized the configuration of the timing, right? So where equinox is really all about, equal day and equal night, right? And we're at this halfway point, and at the same time, we're at the halfway point in between the two eclipses. So there's a whole combination of energies and of it's like a whole design. It is a divine design, right? Definitely. Yeah.
The orchestration is beyond of this influx of the light and the dark of the transformation of the lunar activities, and the light and the letting go of the old physical body to move into a spiritual body aspect. And so it's intertwining, but it's a combination that we in our physical form need of this assistance from the lunar activity.
Because we had a full lunar eclipse. That was a full lunar eclipse.
Yeah, so you have the full moon working and bathing the planetary consciousness, and now you're going to be going into a solar eclipse. But inside of that is this equinox energies, and whether it's from the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere, the planet is still being bathed with these same influx of light energies that are encoded with a very high energy equinox at this time on this hemisphere. It's still passing through on the entire planet.
Right. Does it have a different effect whether we are northern or southern hemisphere? So, like, whether we're moving today towards into spring or moving into fall, does it have do the energies take a different quality, or is it just the same and just a different kind of color or taste with the different season?
Well, that's a perfect question, and we'll let the masters define that for us. We are assembling our strands of electromagnetics in the universal wheels within wheels of grid systems of time. Your originating footprints, your coded crystals of soul light essences are wrapped in many dimensions and are fueled and ignited into many grid systems on the planet of your soul timelines. The essence of these eclipsing energies on this equinox in this quadrant also pours heightened vibrations into all ocean templates, and all ocean floors are receiving the bathing of these universal eclipsing and equinox energies that moves through the entire planetary foot chakras and footprints of all timelines. It is the oneness of all frequencies of light that is received in all quadrants of all hemispheres, of all grid lines, from all grid systems of time that are being awakened out of dormancy, tapped into reality. That is all.
Thank you.
It's a unified and uniformed network of consciousness that flows. This is from the lunar aspects.
This is from the lunar aspect. Okay.
So you have the full moon, you have the lunar eclipse, you have the solar eclipse, and you have the equinox, which is the passing of the light and dark of the shadow of the earth in the moon. And so it's all intertwined.
Right. Okay. Okay. Let's just take it all in. We'll get more personal about this with the readings, but in just a moment. But can you talk about whether there are typical blocks that prevent us from receiving and activating these energies? If there are any typical blocks, or is it really specific to each individual?
Well, the biggest block is the mind, as we know, because thought forms are coming in every second of a millisecond, and these thought forms that come in are coming in on the aura fields and in the relivings of the timelines that's continually exposing and cracking and awakening out of our cellular structure. And so these relivings that are coming forward, we're not aware of the timing that it's going to happen or what's going to trigger that frequency to awaken in the cellular body. And so that's why it's always important to continually monitor your aura fields, monitor your thought forms, because yes, everybody has different relivings and has different limitations that create anxiety, fear, or those sort of things that are blocks. But most of it gets lifted when you stay elevated into these higher light frequencies that's shifting your aura now. And, in the next few months, if not for some people, few days or few weeks, you'll be shifted and accelerated into that state where you will sustain the light intelligent frequency. But for now, the main blocking is these frequencies that trigger us at any now moment.
Right.
And most of those triggers and those triggering frequencies are what is happening with other people around you, other incidences and activities around you that's awakening those hidden selves and shadow selves. So when I'm working with you, I'm going to be looking to see, is there a hidden self or a shadow self that's predominantly been with you for a long time? Maybe it's an ancestor in your bloodline. Maybe it's a great-grandmother that's been hovering over you and staying in your aura field, which creates a block. It's out of love that she's hovering over you, but it's an interruption. And so I want to see what is that hidden self or shadow that you are totally unaware of. And some people may be aware of a block, but I'm also going to be looking today for those shadows that we're totally unaware of, because A, it's a timeline that we don't know of, or B, it's an ancestor or a bloodline trauma event that took place. And those are the triggering shadows that throw your body out of alignment, throw your mind out of alignment.
Okay. Let's bring these shadows to the light. That's what we're going to do, right? To the readings. So just, and thank you for bringing this clarity. I think now is a good time. We have many hands raised. Now is a good time to get started with the readings. Again, these readings are more than readings. They are readings, healings, activations. And if I understand well, Nora, what you offer, what comes through for one question, for one listener, can be received by everyone and serves everyone. Is that correct?
Yes. When I'm bringing in the message, it's for everyone, including those that come on later on.
Right. On the replay. Right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it affects all consciousness, because we're in oneness of these soul timelines, of these, especially of these reliving timelines, where 2 or 3 people could have been in the same moment of each one that I work on today.
Okay, so everybody's going to be served today. So that's wonderful. Let's get started. Nora. Thank you. We're going to Coral Springs, Florida, 6038 are the last digits. Unmuting you. Hello.
Hello, Sophie. This is Andrea.
Hi, Andrea. Welcome, Andrea.
Hi, Andrea.
Thank you, Sophie. Hello, Nora.
How are you?
Was preventing me from receiving the Equinox shifting light energy.
Yeah, okay, I don't know. And they have to There's a fear of stepping out. A fear, when I'm saying stepping out, it's fear of speaking and giving your word when you have something coming in. It's very powerful, the knowledge that you do carry. And so we want to be able to feel confident. And so I want to remove that hidden self. So it's on the throat chakra. So and I'm hearing your inner child saying, I'm scared. And this is just the energies of what's triggering a lot of people. They have this unknowing feeling in their heart chakras of what is going on, what am I doing, what am I becoming, how am I going to do this, how am I going to be a light body? All these questions is coming all at once from a lot of people. I'm hearing just from this one person here. And so I just want to bring forward this abundance of knowing the higher vibration is flowing through this eclipsing energy of this equinox frequency. No! That tears away those interruptive thought forms. Okay, there it goes. There was a veil that was just removed from that hidden self of many people, including Andrea. It's lifted off. Here you go.
Thank you so much, Nora. I felt the huge release in my throat. Thank you so much.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you for bringing this for everyone. I could feel like the whew. There's already a lightness. Yeah, you're welcome. Blessings to you, Andrea. We could almost end the call right now. We've received so much in one reading, but of course we're gonna go on. But that was huge. That was huge, Nora. Right? Wow. Okay.
Well, sometimes you have those thought forms, and they're reoccurring thought forms, and they create the block of staying. And that's why I'm saying we want to stay in that higher state of being and sustaining the higher vibrations that are coming through with these equinox energies or full moons. Take advantage of these high frequencies when they come in, but where mind goes off on that uncertainty, we want to remove those veils.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Well done. Thank you. Okay. Now we're going to Los Angeles with Kathy. I'm unmuting you, Kathy. Hello.
Hi,
Kathy.
Sophie.
Welcome.
Hello,
Hi, Nora.
How are you?
I'm good. So happy to be on the call. So happy to be here with you.
Yeah, to hear
love
you.
So anyway, and thank you for that caller that just was there, because I felt it really applied to me as well. So that is such a blessing already for each of us. So anyway, so what's preventing me from receiving the equinox shifting light energies at this time?
Okay, so they just showed me this is like a timeline. It's like now they're saying bandwidth, but I'm not following why he's saying bandwidth, because I'm seeing this band and it's going around your waist. It's almost like you were standing and someone came behind and put this big band over your abdomen and holding you back, so you can't go any further. You can't step further into any project or any new energy of consciousness, anything that you want to do. It's like you're being halted somehow, So they're saying it's because you're stuck in a bandwidth of old programs. It's the program I think I can. Instead of being this, I am elevated, I am soaring, I am flying. You're always moving and moving. You're not thinking. You're always soaring and always moving, not thinking. And so I'm going to just remove that band or waistband that's holding you back from going outside the door. It'd be like someone going out, oh, I'm going to go get a job today. Oh, I'm going to go meet the neighbor today. Oh, the door can't open. You can't get, the band is holding you in. And so it's like that physically, but on a higher spiritual realm, it's a bandwidth of a program that stays in your inner mind. I think I can, or maybe I will do it tomorrow, that kind of bandwidth. So I'm going to just lift off that frequency for everyone, beginning with the physical band that is preventing you from stepping out and stepping up into the higher state. Locked in programs, locked in thought forms, locked in memories. Hey, that is in the heart, that is in the mind. Okay, so what they showed me here is the band going around the waist at the navel portal, which is where the inner child is at the solar plexus. And then they just showed me the other band, like a headband or a blindfold, going over the third eye. And so that's the mind that is in the thinking mind, in the I think I can, or I don't know if I can. That is the bandwidth going around the 3D mind, preventing it from oscillating into the higher essence of the superconscious mind. Correct. Okay, so we've removed the one around the waist of the inner child. Programs. Okay, there goes that one. And now I'm just going to take that headband off, blindfold band off the third eye, going around the temples. Just going to activate the third eye chakra right now. In the YouTube, you don't know. There we go. It just came off. Third eye chakra is now spinning. Does that feel right to you?
Yeah. And I have a tingling sensation on the left side by my upper above and just slightly to the back of my left ear. So there's definitely sensation and energy flowing.
So I'm activating the inner mind, the left brain. I'm activating the crystals and the left eye. But does that resonate with you, Kathy, about not being able to go forward and completing something?
Yes, absolutely. And that whole thing of I think I can, I mean, that also resonates because I've always, I think I can, and that thinking included some, but maybe, some doubt. So.
And that's what happens when we think. We conjure up all these doubts and fears. And when we don't think, we just soar and move into the higher state of curiosity and trusting. Then you're in that reality consciousness.
Right.
And there's no blindfold and there's no waistband holding you down.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So this is so important moving
Thank you,
forward.
Kathy. Yeah, it is for you. It is for everyone. So thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Nora.
Thank you.
Infinite Master. Thank you. Blessings. And I love, don't think, just soar. That's going to be our motto until you give us another one, Nora. But for now, I think that's a wonderful one. Don't think, just soar.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Phew. Okay, we're going to go. Let's go to the southern hemisphere. We have Helen in South Africa. So let's bring Helen.
Oh, great.
Hello. Hi, Helen.
Hi.
Welcome. Hi.
Nora. Lovely to speak with you again.
Yes, Helen. Hello. How are you?
So, you want a reading? I'm pretty sure,
Yes,
Helen.
absolutely. Sorry, I know it's the same question, so I wasn't repeating it. Yes.
Yeah.
Are you aware of any blocks that you have?
Especially around the throat and the neck.
Yeah.
And shoulders area.
Okay.
And I felt that band in the last caller. I felt something really shift on the third eye as well.
Okay. And the throat chakra is one of importance. It's very close to what is happening right now, with one arc between the other arc of one eclipse between the equinox and the other eclipse. We have the third eye chakra, and then we have the heart. These are the two, the brain and the heart, are very important. But we have the throat chakra in the middle, and so I need to open up your throat chakra, and I need to open up the oblongata at the back of the neck, base of the brain also. Okay? Because that's where your block is.
Thank you.
Here we go. Oh! I just got to go in now because I've opened up the front of the throat chakra, but there's something there that is tangled from a timeline. Inner child is still saying, I can't speak. So there's a timeline here, Helen, where you witnessed something at a very small age, and that's the trauma, the third eye. That's why your third eye chakra was feeling the frequencies when we just worked with Kathy. So this throat chakra is still closed because you witnessed some trauma or karma.
Is that this life or another one?
Another one is how they're showing it. They're showing me a fire. So I don't know if you experienced a fire in this lifetime, but they're showing me a small child witnessing a burning fire, a burning village or something. And so I need to clear that hidden self inside of you that witnessed something burning of this fire that has taken and closed the throat chakra as a witness. Correct. And so I'm cleared out the throat chakra. It is fully clear because I see the crystals in the throat chakra spinning. I just need to go and clear the timeline of that hidden self in you that is reliving in this lifetime anything that shocked you, shook you, or you witnessed something in this lifetime would trigger on the frequency of that timeline. Okay, here we go. Karmic frequency of witnessing. Hey! Shock to the child's mind. As shock to the child's mind has been cleared.
Oh, thank you. I seem to have recollections, Nora, in the past of an American Indian timeline of seeing my village burnt. Could it be that?
Absolutely, that's your timeline.
Yeah. I get shivers hearing that. Absolutely. Wow.
And so that timeline has now been healed because I pulled out the shock and the trauma of seeing it as if it never took place.
Oh, and would that have explained the sort of deep grief that never has seemed to go away?
Yes, that's the overwhelming sadness in the trauma. And that's why you had the energy band at the third eye and abdomen in the last one, because that's the grief. But the throat chakra was closed because you just couldn't speak anymore in the shock. All of that frequency, and other people may have a different karmic trauma frequency in the throat chakra that coincides with the inner mind's eye. Therefore, throat and third eye chakra would be involved in this clearing today.
Ah, very powerful. I can feel a huge relief there. Yes, thank you so much.
So you will have clearer visions now because your third eye is no longer going to be blocked also.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Helen. Blessings. Blessings to you.
Much love.
Wow. Much love to you. Thank you. Wow.
So we never know, when we do a simple clearing, you might think that it's, I have this shadow self that kind of creeps up and makes me feel like there's someone standing behind me, or, I have an ancestor spirit that keeps coming to me. You might think little of it, but it is also attached to many other timelines. That's how you can see how these different chakras and frequencies get closed, and then they create a barrier for how that smooth light intelligence to flow through. So we never discard anything or any feeling. We never discard it. That's why I was asking her if she knew of something, because I picked up throat chakra when you said her name. But it wasn't just the throat chakra. She said her throat chakra, but it becomes, the biggest one was her vision. Visionary mind was blocked.
Wow.
Kind of cool.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll come back to take more live callers. I'd like to take a couple of written requests, Nora. And we have Sandy from Newcastle who brings an interesting question and then a reading. So Sandy writes, "Hi Sophie and Infinite Master Nora, do we have to worry about the energies coming in from this equinox, or is it all coming in from the light? How do we tell the difference?" So if you can answer this question and then go into the reading for Sandy, please.
Okay. The decipher which is the equinox energy and another energy, is that what you said?
Is there anything that is not of the light that is pouring down, that is being offered? Like, do we have to worry about these energies from coming in from this equinox, or is it all coming in from the light?
Okay, thank you, Sandy. So what happens with every full moon, every eclipse, equinox, solstice, it is a portal that opens. In this case, it's a big, I was receiving 3 windows were opening in the month of March. And they gave me that at the beginning of the month that 3 windows were going to be opening in the month. Then I realized there was a lunar eclipse, an equinox, and a solar eclipse. Those 3 windows that the masters told me were opening in this month, it opens in the realms portals of light. But yes, she's quite right. There are portals that the astral entities will also pour through. And so that is one of the reasons why some people will have more triggered frequencies if they're holding on to old energies and holding on to karmic trauma events, or their ancestors are holding them in this pattern. And so there is a weaving in that does happen when we have these portals of the full moon energies and any other lunar activities. However, what has happened since the beginning of this year, actually it came in solstice of December, that the masters came in and said there's a very high influx of streams and streams and streams of dimensions and new species that will be pouring onto the planet to assist in elevating the consciousness into higher frequencies more rapidly than normal. And so this is why having the two eclipses with an equinox in the middle, knowing that this was being delivered in the December solstice, that these multi-dimensions and higher species of higher intelligence would be bathing the planet in the first quarter of this year, makes total sense. That yes, there are invasive energies on some days. There are unsettling energies. There's confusion and collapsing energies. It's just no different than the yin and yang. We have to have, a balance of that to keep the planetary, the universal realm in balance. And so it's just about us staying aligned and sustaining our own balance of frequencies. And so that's what we're doing. We're feeling these triggering energies coming through, and we're clearing it and balancing it through love.
Right. So we can use the triggering, the disbalances that are being triggered, yes, we can use them to work on them and to then bring higher balance, right? Like these are opportunities to work, to do some heavy duty work, if I understand well.
Yeah, because it's blocking us, right? So that's why when I'm in the quietness and sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I just have a sense, there's something in the room. And, right away, I'm always saying, if you're not of the light, leave. Because when we're sleeping, there's a lot of energies of the light and the dark coming in. Just curious, a lot of times it's just curious ancestors that do have some of the karmic energies. So it's not like a darkness, bad, dark. No, it's just a karmic energy, which is a lowering frequency. So you have to always qualify. If you're not of the light, leave. If it doesn't leave, then you want to bring in a higher being and ask the frequencies of your higher self and a higher master to come in and remove this if it is not of the light. And if it is something that's teaching me, clearing me, elevating me, you welcome it.
Right.
Because it's of a higher ancestor that's there, that's calling on your light to heal it. So we have to always be understanding that the dark is not always a negative dark. It could be something of the dark karmic timeline of one of our hidden selves who wants to be set free. It's trapped here also. And it could be something in the water. It could be something in the lake. It could be something in the trees. It's just in the area of where you're living, but it's not necessarily damaging to you. It's asking for your help because it sees you've accelerated into a higher frequency. So that's why I always ask and get clarity. If you're not of the light, leave. And if you are in need of assistance, then you're going to be calling on more of your light beings to shift it into the light.
Right. Okay, great. Well, wonderful question, Sandy. Thank you for the question. Thank you, Nora, for the answer and the teaching, the guidance. Now, would you do a reading for Sandy? What's preventing Sandy from receiving the equinox shifting light energies?
Right. So we'll see what shadows she has that prompted the question, because in all likelihood, the reason the question came to her mind was because she was what's standing behind me, above me, what came in the other night for me on the equinox, right?
Right.
So I'm going to just do a scan above her head, behind her, and in any of her timelines to see if anything shifted her consciousness to where she's at now. There is a shadow behind her left side. Behind the left shoulder, there is a tall shadow being. Ho! It is an ancestor. It is an ancestor of her timelines. And it is native. Looks very sad. So it's this troubled soul. Correct. And this is native, but they're saying this is an ancestor of her timeline. So again, sometimes we have a shadow, but it's not negative. It is in a low vibration of itself, so it's a troubled ancestor looking for help. Okay, so we're going to bring that light in and around that shadow behind her left side. Ho! And send it to the light. So it was one that was calling out for help from one of her native ancestors. That would have been a soul that was trapped, just as we heard with Helen, maybe a trapped soul from a fire or anything from a native on the land that was trapped here. And is seeing that Sandy's elevating, is calling out to her soul in this timeline for help to release its footprints to the light. Now, just so everyone knows, when this happens with a lot of us, I know this for me especially, when you release an ancestor of a trapped soul, you will shift. It's just the honoring that is gifted to you, to your soul, to your higher soul, for rescuing one of the ancestors. So Sandy is now going to be shifted, enlightened somehow, and blessed with a frequency for releasing that trapped soul, as will other people that had any trapped soul shadows behind them in this one moment. Yeah, they said about 7 other people also had shadows behind them that were lifted.
Okay. Great job. Thank you. Wow, thank you.
They just said there was 4 more.
Okay.
4 more other trapped souls just left. Yeah, it'll probably keep going.
Yeah, as they hear the opportunity, like, oh, maybe I can go too. Yeah, you're welcome to go. That's an opportunity. Wow. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Sandy, for your question and the clearing and all that you brought. Thank you. Blessings. All right,
Yes.
Nora. And thank you, Nora, of course. We'll come back. We'll have you look into more readings, more live callers, and also from the Q&A. But for now, I would like to look into the wonderful offering that you've created, New Light Consciousness with the Infinite Masters. So we'd love to hear all about it. So everyone to follow Nora, you can go to gracefulconnections.com/equinox. That's graceful with 2 L's, as in full of grace. gracefulconnections.com/equinox. If you're on the web, on the webcast, on the replay, you have the button, you have the link, and just scroll down the page to discover Nora's special offer. So Nora, would you please reveal what you've created for our audience?
Yeah. The first package A is the 30-minute master session.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm doing there is this is about a half an hour that you're going to be with me. I'm going to be doing the scanning of your body and pulling out as much as I can, just like we are just doing here today. And
Right.
these are to purify any threads of any thought forms or any blocks that you have. It's also for any directions that you might have. And so sometimes, you get all of these hidden selves speaking to you. You not just have an uneasy feeling, but you might get a message, because a lot of us, especially with Equinox, this Equinox energy is opening up our consciousness to new beginnings, new startup adventures, new awakenings. So if you've received anything that's kind of rumbling around in the mind, I want to start doing this, I think I should be going here, or these are the new beginnings that comes in with the Equinox energies. This comes in, you will be able to ask me, and I will be able to see into the field ahead of your grid system of this timeline as to where you're going to be. So you might be wanting to know, where am I going to be within a year from now with this project that I'm working on, or should I be doing this or no? So anything that you have a question and anything that blocks you, I'm going to do that in a quick 30-minute session.
Mm-hmm. And we experienced that you achieved so much in just a few minutes, as we experienced through the readings already. So 30 minutes of this is going to be quite something, quite a ride. So that's the Higher Soul Connection private sessions, 30-minute private sessions. So we can come with questions. If we don't have specific questions, we can just leave it to you to take care of us, right?
That's right. That's right. Because I'm going to see ahead of you. I'm going to clear what's in you, and I'll be able to see, what's happening around you. Sometimes people have situations that they want to, for a journey that they're taking, like maybe they're going on a trip somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's a wedding or a family function. Anything like that. Doesn't have to just be on a high dimensional question. It can also be that.
Right. Like the entry point on the, let's say, ground level, and I'm sure that it takes us to the higher dimensions with you and the Infinite Masters. Okay, so that's option 1, the Higher Soul Connection, 30-minute private session with Nora and the Infinite Masters. You have option 2, that's the connection activation with the Infinite Masters. It's a collection of 3 transformative recordings. Can you please present these, Nora?
Yes. These audios are something that you will want to use probably on a regular basis, throughout a month or two. Each of them are about 20 minutes, and they are shifting you and just really, really awakening you on a deeper level. Because what happens is, when you listen to the audio 1 or 2 times, the Infinite Masters start moving into your sphere of energies of who you are, and they start walking with you in spirit. So even if you listen to it once or twice, they're going to start placing their formulas of their frequencies in your aura grid systems. So that when you listen to it again, you're going to get, like for the first one, connecting, clearing, and becoming. This is clearing the energies on a daily basis. So you have thought forms that come in, and conversations that you had, or something that you're working on with someone, and it's not going the way you anticipated, anything like that, you're going to go into the stillness and call in these higher vibrations of light beings. They're going to come in and start rewiring, refiring the frequencies that's not working for you, because they're going to read your telepathic conscious mind, and they're going to feel the unsettledness in your heart, and they're going to unleash it. And then you're breathing in their light consciousness. So you do that one audio, you might do it before you go to bed every night.
Mm-hmm.
You might do it every Sunday morning or Monday morning to start the week, so that you're cleared and you're clear thinking, and you know you're not going in with any unwavering thought forms for that week. But you've imprinted the essence of my light languages of these beings in your field. Audio 2 is connecting to your soul essence in the stillness. So a lot of people go into the quietness of the stillness, but they really don't get the mind to absolutely go into stillness also. And so in this audio activation, I'm getting you to feel the essence that's around you. Listen to the essence. Breathe in the light, and just know that you become that which you feel. And so you have to get very quiet, but you'll learn after a few times of doing it how to hear the essence of the presence. So you're not just listening to the stillness, you're listening to the essence that's inside the stillness. And that's the highest peacefulness, that you just go into the bliss. And your body is so relaxed at this point that you will listen to the higher consciousness speaking to you. And that's how you become connected to your higher soul. Now the next one, audio 3, is connecting to the soul light of love. So once you get into this routine of connecting to your stillness quite quickly, maybe you're even in an elevator or talking to a group of people at a table, and you stop talking and all of a sudden you're listening to their conversation, but you're also listening to your higher soul's essence, you're going to start being able to connect to the light, let the energy field become you, and then this next level is just tweaking your body and mind to feeling the peacefulness healing you, clearing you. And so I can literally just take that essence of the stillness. I've connected to my higher self, and I'll direct that essence to, maybe there's an ache on my left arm or left hip. And I'm just going into the peacefulness of the essence of the soul light being who I am. And I'm just allowing it to know telepathically, I need your love in this muscle, in this bone, in this organ. And you let the love frequency of that essence move through your body, move through your mind, and heal you. While your mind is going to be connecting to the peacefulness of it, you're going to start moving and walking and transmitting that love, that light of your soul essence into your aura field. And they're only 20 minutes because I don't like to get into big, long meditations. When I get up in the morning or when I'm laying in the afternoon to regroup, I don't want to be a long time because we're accelerating so fast into the higher mind and we're hearing things so rapidly. I don't want to go into a deep meditation state. I want to go in deep really quick and receive and then operate.
Yeah, I love this format as well. That it really makes it possible to use every day. And as you were talking, I keep seeing a spiral that kind of tells me like we can do 1, 2, 3. One day we do number 1, next day number 2, next day number 3, and then loop again 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and keep going like this, right?
Yeah. And the thing of it is sometimes you have a very trying day. You know, like you just, it's just what's on the planet. There could be just a frustrating group of energies that comes in on a whole room and a whole building or whatever it is, and you just want to get the web off of you.
Right.
And so when you come home and you listen to this connecting, clearing, and becoming, you're putting yourself back into, shifting yourself back into your original light energy, and you're just having these masters pull all of the thought forms of all the other people off of you. Sometimes it happens. We might
do number 1 every day or whenever we need it. But yeah, I hear you.
I would think so.
Yeah, definitely. In these times, intense times, yes, absolutely. So that's really such a wonderful combination, connection activation with the Infinite Masters. So that's option 2. Option 1 is the private session. Option 2 is the connection activation collection. This is all very generously priced to make it accessible to as many as possible. So thank you for that, Nora. And everyone, there's also a PayPal for payment option that is offered in many countries, that making it even more accessible. So also I want to say, before we go back to the readings, there will be a special announcement at the end of the call. So make sure to stay with us to find out about it. Thank you, Nora, for this really amazing package, New Light Consciousness with the Infinite Masters. Let's go back to more readings and healings, activations. Let's take live callers again. We are going to go to Encinitas, California. 4481 are the last digits. Coming you on the line. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Hi.
What is
Hi,
your
Sophie.
name, please? Hi.
Penelope. Hi, Nora.
Hi, Penelope. Welcome.
Hello there.
So what is preventing me from, what is it? No, I'm sorry, I can't read very well with
Receiving
my eyesight.
the equinox shifting.
Yes, and sustaining them. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just take a quick look and scan the body and see what is there. Here we go. There is a shadow right away. There is a shadow that is standing above you. This is an interruptive frequency above the head. And this is a timeline, as all of them are, of the ancestors here. Oh, this is a dimension. This is a dimensional timeline, Lemurian timeline. And it seems to be this shadow that's above your head, and then it moves and stands behind you. But it's blocking your connection, blocking your inner visionary mind. Correct. it's almost like almost like having a hat on top of your head that's blocking that connection. Correct. Okay, does this sound right to you?
Yes, I thought we worked on this already, but yes.
Well, if you don't keep checking, it will come back again.
Okay.
So here we go. We're going to pull it off again. These are different dimensions and different species that you have been connecting into in different grid systems. Correct. Oh! There's a higher frequency that's just come in now and is aligning you to a very high frequency of light. It's almost like a crystal energy that is spinning above you at the 8th chakra, clearing those thought forms, clearing those energies, and aligning you to a higher vibration. And that will be networking to the higher dimensional crystal frequencies that's needed at this time. Correct.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So sometimes what happens is we get triggered by a timeline. This is how simple this can be. We get triggered by a frequency from someone or something or some episode. It could be as simple as, somebody grumpy behind the cashier or cash register or somewhere. But it trips up and triggers a frequency of a certain timeline that you had with that person. And then you leave that store and you go into the coffee shop and you sit down and you have a sandwich and you maybe bump into the waitress that has the same type of frequency, same type of load outcome or climate ending in a timeline in Lemuria also. Then you go to the gas station and you get the gas and you go to pay for the gas, and the guy behind the counter also has disgruntled about something, but he's carrying a heavy energy. So now you have been webbed, so to speak. So you have 2 or 3 chords or frequencies layering around you. And so now you have a bigger shadow or a bigger grid that you've placed around your body and ends up being above, in this case, is above her crown chakra. And so it blocks you from seeing or connecting into all of your higher light timelines, and you're only seeing from within of what you've already seen, and you're playing that record in the mind over and over again of the light grids. You're not connecting to the light grids because they've been blocked by not clearing the aura field. And so right now, because there's so much influx of discordant energy and uncertain energy and higher dimensions and relivings of higher dimensions, there's a mixed energy out there that you really want to be clearing and monitoring what is coming into your aura field and clearing it, and also what is predominantly in your thought forms. If it's a heavy thought form all the time, if it's a lowering, aching feeling, aching body, then you have an attachment of something. And so we want to be clearing off the table, so to speak, which is really clearing the aura field every day above the head.
But I do that. That's the thing that's bothering me. You sure it isn't in the home with coming in from the family members? Because I live in a nature area. I don't go out of this area very often.
About Penelope, here's the thing. If it's in your house, if it's outside, it's. But most of all, it's what's inside that is connecting to it. If you have the frequency inside you from a timeline and it's not cleared from inside, then it's going to attract more from the outside.
Okay.
As a magnet, right? It's like a magnet.
It is. It is. And so that's why it wouldn't be coming into your aura field and staying in your aura field. It wouldn't stay there if you didn't have it inside you already.
Okay.
Because if you're a higher frequency,
magnetic. Yeah.
If you're a higher vibration and a higher frequency inside you, then you're not going to be affected on the outside. Mother Teresa stood in thousands of sick children and didn't get sick because her frequency was so high and she had no attachments. So inside her body, inside her beingness was the highest, purest love that had no attachments. So that's why I'm saying if you go to the coffee shop, the gas station, and whether it's your backyard, whether it's the nasty neighbor sitting on the front porch next door, it only affects you if it's inside you. And you've got to clear inside.
Okay.
All good?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Penelope. Thank you. Blessings. Okay. Okay, let's go. I want to go to Germany with Sulis. So let me see, Sulis. Let me unmute you.
Hi, Sophie.
Hello. Hi, welcome, Sulis.
Yeah, merci beaucoup for taking my call.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Nora, hello. Blessings to you both. And I'm grateful to be here. Yes, the same question. Yeah. My name is Sulis. So what is preventing me from receiving the equinox shifting light energies?
Okay. What is you to know? We have to go ahead to know. You have a very beautiful being that's standing on your left side. And it's very, very tall, and it's coming too close too quickly. And so I'm just going to ask that being just to step back a little bit because it has startled your inner child, your inner soul being. And it has some beautiful information and some beautiful energies and messages to deliver you, and you will be receiving this as this equinox brings in new beginnings, new relationships, which is this new relationship with this new being beside you. And it just that it came in too quick, too fast, and too close. It startled your inner child, and it kind of startled you so that you were a little bit not sure and blocking it without realizing that you're blocking it. And so you haven't been able to receive all of that energy because you inadvertently were startled by it. Does this make sense?
Yes. Sometimes I feel just confused, but I don't know about what. So, but at the same time, I know that I know many things, that I have an old soul and I have soul wisdom, but something is blocking me. I don't know really where it's coming from.
I see. Well, what's blocking you is your inner child not knowing what is in the room a lot of times and what is there. It's nothing, and so what it is, it's fear, and it's very subliminal, the fear that you have. And so I'm just going to get this being that came in too quick, too close to you. And a lot of times this happens when we're sleeping. and we wake up and we have a sense that something took place or something happened in our dream state, and or it happens in an activation. Okay? But I'm going to ask this being to come in again a little bit closer to you on your left side, and so that you're going to know and have this inner knowing when it comes in again as this beautiful, beautiful light being. You will be able to see and hear the frequencies of this being when it comes in again over this next couple of days of this equinox energy. And that way you won't have this feeling of being blocked, because you're going to be in this receiving state. And so when you wake up in the morning and you're listening to the stillness for a few minutes, I want you to breathe in that quietness of the stillness and ask, show me a sign you're here with me, you who are of the light, and I receive all that you have for me. So you're giving it permission. Show me a sign you're here with me, you who are of the light. I receive all that you have for me. It already knows that you can hear, see, or feel, so it may tweak your telepathic ability. It may open up a hidden block of fear from your inner child. It will do what's needed. But I'm building a communication with that other hidden self that is afraid, that's blocking you, with this higher light being to come into a genuine relationship.
Yes.
Does that sound good for you?
Yes. Yes. Oh, amen for all. Thank you. Oh my God.
It's very subtle how it will work. So don't have any expectations or anticipations of how to make it work. It's just going to subtly happen because you're asking to build that communication, and you're giving it permission to come closer and to show you a sign who it is.
Yes. It must be one of my guides, because I've been calling so please,
That's exactly
in my prayers.
That's exactly what it is. But it just came in too quick one time. And it takes only one time for us to be startled, and then that creates the hidden self. Now you have the hidden self that keeps blocking you. So what we want to do is we want to recreate the relationship of calling it in again, but come in slowly, come in gently, and meet my hidden self and meet me. So we're starting all over again, and that this time your essence of who you are is going to be ready.
Yes, so be it. Oh, what should I call it?
What's that?
What should I call this beautiful light being?
You who are of the light. I heard.
You who are of the light. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Suli.
That
Thank
was
you.
great.
Blessings.
Blessings. Thank you.
Okay. Let's go to Hackensack, New Jersey. 1504 are the last digits. Unmuting you. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Hi,
What is
Sophie.
your name?
This is
Hi.
Janvi. Hi, Nora.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Genevieve.
I'm doing good, Nora. Just wanted to attend this session and know what I can receive. I know I still have to call you the second time for that wonderful healing you had given me last time on a personal basis.
Oh, nice.
So I've been working on it, and but I still feel there's a lot of things unraveling, but becoming more and more like emotional many times. But I do get a lot of questions regarding the spiritual aspect of things, and
so I'm going to just check. I'm just going to do a scan right now and see what's blocking you then. Okay?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
That's what we're going to do. Okay. Still on the left side. There's something on the left side. There's a shadow in the front of you, standing in front of you on the left side. And so I'm just going to bring in my guides to clear. Now, this is a ancestor timeline that I'm seeing that's kind of like a guardian. It really feels like a guardian protector that's in front and to the left, almost like a father figure that would turn around and just look to make sure, you're still walking behind and you're safe. Like it's almost like a guardian, it feels like. But again, the shadows can't be that close to us. It's good if they're way in the realms, looking over our etheric grid systems. But if they're right in front of us, it will block our vision of our higher.
That's exactly what it's doing. It's blocking my vision. It's almost like, putting blinders on me. And I always feel that it's like not allowing me to move forward.
Yeah.
Even if I feel and I connect with, let's say, the higher beings of light, whether it's in meditation or even at nighttime, it's constantly talking or whatever.
I see. Well, that's what I'm seeing. Okay, so that guardian being is too close, and that's what I'm seeing. He's actually blocking. So just close your eyes, just relax your shoulders, and everyone else the same thing, because sometimes we have ancestors, whether they're grandparents or ancestors in way, way, way back timelines, that love us so dearly that they overshadow us, and then they become too close to overshadowing us, and they end up blocking our vision and blocking our journey. And so we're just going to bring in the light around this great, great, great grandparent that's right on your left side. And I'm going to bring in a vibration of love and to wrap around that ancestor to let them know we honor and adore their energies with our love. And we ask them to move into the higher consciousness above us in our higher grid systems, and to overshadow us from the grid systems of our time, way off in the etheric realms, but still protect us, but not be in our aura field. Po! I'm just getting the rest of that energy of that ancestor to lift off all of its frequencies. Po! Now, there's a warm energy coming around you right now, and that's just the peace and the light of who you are. And it's around you, so you are free now, as are everybody else. There you go.
Do you see something on top of, like, just like the previous one, caller who had something on the head, I always feel this sensation, right?
I think, Janvi, we're done for today. That's what
Okay.
Nora offers. This is it for today.
No worries. Thank you so much.
Get a session with Nora. Have
I
her
will.
work with you. But for today, that was wonderful already, and this is what was called for you and for everybody.
Okay.
Thank you, Janvi.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank
Blessings.
you.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Yeah, thank you. That felt really good to me, I can tell you. Thank you. Thank you, Nora. Okay, well, we have, as I said, we have an announcement, special announcement. We actually have two special announcements. So before we get to the first one, let me wrap up Nora's special offer, New Light Consciousness with the Infinite Masters. Option 1 is the Higher Soul Connection 30-minute private session. And you get Nora for yourself for 30 minutes, and we could really experience how much and what the depth of what is achieved in just a few minutes. So 30 minutes of that. That's option 1. Option 2 is the connection activation with the Infinite Masters, the collection of 3 transformative recordings, 20 minutes each, that you can use every day, that you can really build a practice with them. You have the connecting, clearing, and becoming, connecting to your soul essence in the stillness, and connecting into your soul light of love. So go to gracefulconnections.com/equinox to get all the details and to join. On the web, you have a button and a link to get to the page. On the replay, just scroll down the page. You're welcome to purchase actually both option 1 and option 2 if you're interested, obviously, because they are very priced in a way that is very accessible. So you may want to consider one and the other. Now, special announcement number 1, Nora is generously offering a fast action bonus for any purchase of either option 1 or option 2, purchased by Sunday, March 23rd at midnight Pacific. So Nora, please tell us about the fast action bonus, the Alchemy Light Body Daily Activation with the Infinite Masters.
Yeah, my voice is all of a sudden going funny because I think the beings wanted to come in. I don't know why I did that. Well, they're wanting to give a message now. That's kind of crazy. But anyways, this alchemy body, I actually, myself personally, do this quite often. I find it very elevating as I go through and clear and cleanse the entire cellular body. You just feel the strands of energies washing, purifying, and cleansing the body. And the masters do come in pretty strongly on top of the head, clearing the aura body. And I find it most relaxing to do just before I go to sleep at night. So it's about a half an hour. I believe it's about 30 minutes by the time you get into the stillness and get yourself ready in that state. So I find it's one that I like to do at the night, so that when it finishes, everything that I had during the day and all the sessions that I do and the evening hours that I'm working also, I find that it cleanses and purifies and moves the cellular body into a higher frequency before going to sleep for the night, to just go into those journeys of higher frequencies.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Very powerful.
It does. Like my body feels excited about it. So I guess I should do this before going to sleep. So yes, everyone, go ahead and take action fast. This fast action bonus again is available to you, is offered to you for any purchase of option 1 or option 2 by this Sunday, March 23rd at midnight Pacific. So, yes, Nora, is there any word of closing, or apparently the Infinite Masters would like to offer? There you go.
Yeah. There must be something, because my voice is changing. So let's just let them say what they want to say, right?
Sure, obviously, yeah. Thank you.
There are crystal frequencies that the souls will be connecting and communicating more than they realize, blending into these transformational frequencies of these equinox energies. As you move into stillness, more often allow the energetic transformation to accelerate your minds and your hearts. I am seeing the pineal crystals in the inner minds moving into higher, spinning, spiraling frequencies on this solar eclipse that is arriving. You will find there will be heightened threads of light force frequencies shifting your atomic bodies in this next quarter. April, May, June, until summer solstice. From this equinox, there will be much clearing, creating, communicating to many other dimensions inside your crystal bodies. And that is all.
Thank you. Whew.
So we have a really exciting time, not just these two arches of eclipses with an equinox in the middle, but they're obviously telling us it's going to be continually soaring and building into higher atomic vibrations of communications right through to summer solstice.
Right to summer solstice, and that's the perfect transition actually to the second special announcement, because you will be in France. Is that correct, Nora? In June, at the moment of the summer solstice. Or if you were not, we would. But we're going to talk about this. Otherwise, we would have another call together. But that's something different, and even getting closer, coming together. You will be in France in June around the summer solstice and ready to meet with our audience. So can you tell us a bit about your forthcoming trip to France, Nora?
Yes, thank you. I didn't even realize that's what the masters were leading me up to.
I caught that. I thought, let's do a call with Nora on the solstice. Then I realized, no, she's going to be in France. That's the next thing we want to talk about. So let's talk about this.
Yeah, well, okay, everybody, welcome to the south of France, to Marseille. I'm going to go up into St. Maxima, where the Mary Magdalene cave is, and sitting in the woods on the way up to the cave, I will be doing a channeling, and that will be on summer solstice. I'm going to be going there June 18th to the 27th, bringing a group of people. We will sit in the woods. I will channel the feminine Mary Magdalene energies with Mother Earth, and working with the Holy Presence up in the rock formation where she was living, and then coming down, going over across the Mediterranean to the Madonna Chapel, the Black Madonna Chapel, again building the feminine and masculine energies into oneness, so that we can work with the water, the element of the water of the Mediterranean, and the earth, the rock formation. So I'm going to be joining in my shamanic medicine with this higher feminine Magdalene energy and holy creator energy. There'll be a few places that we'll be going. It's a full tour, 7-day tour, with a bus driver and coach that we're going to be guided through. I'm excited about it because there's a lot of energies in Europe that need to be blended and balanced. And I look forward to meeting a lot of people.
Absolutely, yeah. And yeah, as you said, the Infinite Masters are leading to this. So taking everyone by the hand, picking up everyone today and leading to the summer solstice. So to get all information, to find out more about this, email Nora. If you came through today's call through Nora, email Nora. If you came through today's call through Graceful Connections, you can email me and I'll get you in contact with Nora. I think that's the most simple, right? And then you will see all about this together. It is such a wonderful perspective. Yeah. As you were describing, I could already, I haven't been in those areas of France, but I had kind of flashes of the caves and being there and everything. So very exciting opportunity, very exciting opening. So thank you, Nora.
Yeah, they gave me the message the other day that it's going to be a very transformational shift for all those people that do walk through that woodland and sit with me in the woods when I'm channeling. And then when we get to the cave, the golden essence is going to come out of that cave and people will be shifted, is how they show it to me.
Oh, yes. Cool. Absolutely. So everyone is invited who feels called, who feels that it resonates, who feels interested. Again, email Nora or email me and I'll get you in contact with Nora. Wonderful.
Maybe we'll try have a session in May or something, you and I.
Yes, that's true. That's right. We have, yes, you are opening the 5th edition of Graceful Connections. That's right. Thank you so we'll be back together. Absolutely. So we have some milestones together and we love it. I mean, obviously we love welcoming you, Nora. It's been a few times. We have more ahead and every time is just a very one of a kind and amazing experience and time that we have with you, and we are very grateful. So let's take a moment to be present once again to the orb of grace, allowing it to remain there, holding us, holding all that we have experienced, all that we have received today, all that we are not even yet aware that we have received, allowing it to sink in, to settle in as we are held in the orb of grace for as long as it serves our highest good, our evolution, and the highest good of all. And I'm closing now by giving gratitude to each and every one of you in the audience. Thank you for answering yes to the calling of grace and the calling of the Equinox, shifting light energies to be received and activated within your being. Thank you. And gratitude to you, wonderful, radiant, infinite light transmitter, Nora WalksInSpirit, for all the insights, the wisdom, the brilliance, and the offerings that you have gifted us today through all the graceful connections that have been woven with you and your masterful expertise. Infinite gratitude really to you and the Infinite Masters for all the light that has been offered, shared, activated, and received today. It was really very special and precious to be together today for this Equinox celebration and activation.
Yes, it's been fun and beautiful and such beautiful people online today. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm sure they did as well. I'm sure everyone did as well. Thank you. Thank you, Nora.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome, Nora. Yes, and you'll be back, absolutely. We give gratitude to the Orb of Grace for providing a safe, sacred space for our time together. And gratitude for all the grace we are blessed with at every moment, whether we're aware of it or not. It offers all the nourishment, the nurturing, the healing revelations and the realizations we open our hearts to receive all along this journey. Gratitude to our higher selves and all the higher beings who guide, support, and protect us, and gratitude to the divine. Thank you. Until we meet again, Nora and everyone, many graceful blessings to you all. Thank you, and goodbye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.